truth of the word and reaching the youth, saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every weekend, getting lit, making it church on Sunday. You can tune in and get your fix. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up.
You will find out what's on the inside of you, watch this, when you are pressed. You don't know what's inside of you when everything is going good, when all your children are making straight A's and your marriage is doing good, your bank account is good, you're in great health. It's difficult for you to understand what you're really made of. But when it is that you are pressed, you will understand what it is that you're made of. Going through the pressures of life, hear me, it's not for you to understand what it is that's on the outside of you. But when you go through the pressures of life, if you haven't been there yet, just keep on living. Just keep living. But when you go through the pressure of life, pressure comes to reveal what's on the inside of you. Joseph could have never become second in command of all Egypt until he was first hated on by his brothers because of his coat, because they didn't understand that the anointing was not in the coat. The anointing was in the relationship. But in order for him to get to this level, he had to be hated on by his brothers. He had to be thrown into a pit. He had to be lied on by Potiphar's wife. He had to be thrown into prison. All of that stuff had to take place. He had to endure that trouble before he was qualified to serve beside the king. Come here, let me talk to you. Some of the things that you're going through, you must go through them in order for you to be qualified to get to the level that God has called for you to get to. I'm talking to somebody in here. You believe that God can fix it before you get to divorce court. You believe that God can take care of it before you get the subpoena in the mail. You believe that God can handle it before you get the bankruptcy. But what do? But do you have faith to believe that no matter how dead it looks, do you have faith to believe that no matter how bleak it looks, that God can resurrect that thing from a dead place? I need about 23 folk to shout, I believe. I remember, I could talk about this today. I remember, James, when my mother was sick. My mother was sick, Jackson General Hospital, and I remember when they had her on the life support. And my brothers, they remember that. I remember I left the hospital and I went outside and I started walking around the hospital because I said, no, surely Mama is going to be healed because Lord, the one you love is sick. The one you love is sick. The one that said everybody in my house is going to church on Sunday morning. She's sick. The one that said everybody got to get out of here on Sunday morning and go somewhere because this is the Lord's day. She's sick. The one that did without so that she could bless others. That one is sick. So surely you gonna show up. And what do you do when, although you're in relationship, he don't answer the way you thought he would? What do you do? Do you become offended? Offense is the number one thing that will keep you broken, that will keep you bitter, that will keep you from being healed and whole because you have taken offense. Offense is something, it's a tool in the hand of the enemy that the enemy uses to steal your courage. Religion tells you to just run to the altar, let the preacher anoint you with oil, and sit there and wait. No, you got to get up, get out, and do something. I know that ain't what you hear. You can't just pray for your marriage. You have to do something to fix your marriage. You can't just pray for your business. You have to do something to make your business better. You have to be a person of action. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Changing your mindset will change your whole life. I need you to hear me, because everything starts with a thought. And you are unstoppable because you think that you are. And when you control your mindset, well, watch this, I'm almost done. You can be born again, you can have access to everything, but your mind can talk you out of it. How many things that God told your spirit that your mind talked you out of? What does your spirit know that your mind refuses to accept? Watch this. Your mind is fighting against your future, and it is using the results of your past. Did you hear what I said? Your mind is fighting against your future, and the tool in its hand is the results of your past. So your mind is saying, you can't go back to school at this age and get this degree. Why? Because you didn't get it then. You can't start this business. Why? Because you tried it the last time. You can't go back and try to work on a marriage. Why? Because they messed up before. And so now God is trying to do something for your future, but you letting your mind bring up stuff from your past.
Pastor Luke, speaking the truth of the word and reaching the youth, saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every week and getting lit. Nigga in church on Sunday, you can tune in and get your fix.